here. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you. Shawtee Devi Namaha. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It really helps me a lot. Don't forget to check out my website, paradoxastrology.com. With your consultation today, I can help you with anything. If you would like more exclusive occult videos, consider subscribing to my Patreon or YouTube members. It really helps to support this channel. Okay, let's get into this video. This is my predictions for the month of January 2026. I will have a video after this for the full moon in Gemini, which is happening on January 3rd. So this is just a brief summary, which I'll go over in this video. And then after that, I will have my predictions for 2026. And these are very detailed predictions, and it's going to take me a long time to edit this video. So that's why it's coming out a little bit after the 1st of January. So thank you so much for your patience. Now let's get into it. First, we start off the month with Mars and Venus and Mercury are all combust all month, and it's being aspected by Ketu, first by a trine and then by a 6/8 aspect. Now the trine is more of an easier aspect, but it's still explosive as it's going to make an exact trine with Mars from the 1st. So it can make things very explosive starting the year off. Now, when they're combust, it means that Mars actions and Venus money relationships, they don't have efficient power to act, and they can be overtaken by the ego. So this can create, like I said, explosive events or sudden events and death, or going into a different direction. Now, the first half of the month, these planets are all traveling together in Sagittarius, which is being aspected by Jupiter, Ketu, and Saturn. So there's so much concentration on Sagittarius, and mostly in Purva Ashadha. Now, Sagittarius being the truth that we need to know. This is actually also war. This is foreign nations, foreign travel, foreign affairs. And Purva Ashadha we will talk about, but it is matters of war and fanning the flames. And then Mercury starts in Mula Nakshatra, which is all about health, investigations, death, crime, and a transformation. It's also voodoo, it's tantra. Then in the second half of the month, they all go into Capricorn, and mostly we see them in Uttara Ashadha, and we have the new moon there, January 19th. And these are war nakshatras, Purva Ashadha and Uttara Ashadha. And there is a major battle at play, which is also affecting money, trade, and all will conjunct Pluto at the same time. So they're all transforming. So there's a major transformation for many zodiac signs, many different things happening this month. And then they end in Shravana Nakshatra, which is all about listening and music. So like I said, January 1st, Ketu is going to try the sun exactly. And then on the 2nd, the exact trine, we have Venus trine Ketu. And this could also be a death of a leader, can be religious or a celebrity, can happen. It's very possible here. January 3rd is the full moon in Gemini in Ardhara Nakshatra with Jupiter retrograde. Now, this is a necessary change and a need for justice happens here, but also a challenge or a crisis happens, but a renewal comes afterwards. So it can be some frustration in love, in relationships, and power here, as well as ups and downs in trade and losses to start. Activities of war, and especially in water, can accelerate. Challenges with water-related events. 3 planets, including Sun in Purva Ashadha, which is fanning the flames, wanting to win at all costs. This is the goddess of water, providing guidance from the ancestors, but also attacks in water or floods are possible. And the true meaning is following the path of Dharma, which is how you ultimately win this war, and the path of truth. Initially creates a loss based on extreme idealism from cheating, which can make you lose everything. It has all kinds of aggressive acts of war that come here and the ability to win. And then we also have Mercury in Mula Nakshatra, which is destruction. So there is something that has to die and a change has to happen, and then a renewal comes. Information that is secret is leaked. Then on January 4th, Jupiter, which is in retrograde motion, enters Purnar Vasu second pada. And this is in Taurus Navamsha. So this brings themes of wealth into play, money, values, family, and The story in this pada is the story about a pandemic, skin diseases, eye problems. Now, I don't think there's going to be a pandemic right here, but there can be some problems with this. Now, a death of a person happens here. So it's kind of showing also that there can be a death of a person and wealth is taken. So a very wealthy person can die using someone else's resources without permission, and they're getting a second chance to make this right. So some people could be getting second chance as Jupiter is in retrograde. People not being paid for their services can happen, and this can be related to education, like teachers, for example. Strikes are possible, or reviewing these things. People like influencers who travel but think they deserve everything for free. And also around this time is themes of trade as well. Then on January 9th, Sun conjuncts Mars. Venus will also on that day be at 25 degrees and it's opposing Jupiter at the exact degree. So it can grant courage, good luck in relationships, partnerships, money matters on this day. Then on January 12th, Venus enters Capricorn. January 14th, Sun enters Capricorn. Mercury enters January 16th, and Mars enters January 15th. So all around that time, now we go and switch from Sagittarius, about the truth, about religion, about all the holidays, and then it goes into Capricorn, and we'll talk about that. So the focus ends up being on ambition, having ambition, climbing the ladder, being shrewd in business, having accomplishments, high-level accomplishments, the material world, being about the material world, and money, organizations, corporations. It's time to have work hard now because people are back in school or back in their job. Now, at this time, Mars, on the 15th, when Mars enters, it's going to be exalted. And like I said, K2 will be aspecting that, so it can create some very explosive events. Major changes to Canada, its reputation, its leader, and its neighboring countries in war. US is a major change in the monetary system. The beginning of a recession can happen, or the markets being up and down. Now, there's a lot of things dealing with money in the US next year, and I'll talk about that in my upcoming video. Changes due to AI or in the economy. A split from money is being here because the US has K2 in its second house. All these planets are going to go over K2, and we're going to have the new moon on the 19th right there as well. It can show that there's some monetary problems in the US at this time. Governments start to act aggressively here the second half of the month because planets move into Capricorn, and the search for truth and justice is now in the hands of the officials of government and positions and corporations. Now, Capricorn is the alligator in the mud that is waiting for its prey. There's a power game at play all month because all planets also conjunct Pluto. All of them, they're going to transit and then all hit Pluto and into the next month and it'll get more intense as we get to the new moon. It's a sign where betrayals happen with those who are closest to us, and they make you stronger and they show you that you can't let your guard down. It can bring obstacles and insults. This is where we must climb the ladder no matter what, no matter who likes us. All matters on the earthly plane come into play. Themes of power and authority. Mars is exalted, bringing the most power, but there is an ending as K2 is aspecting it through a change. It brings a transformation, and this will include how we communicate in an authoritative way. Our relationships, it has to do with premium products, liquids, and transport. Rulers will have to work much harder than ever before. Uttara Ashada, so we'll have Mars, Mercury, Venus, Sun, and Moon all in that nakshatra, and K2 is making a 6th aspect onto all these planets, and Saturn is making this 8th aspect onto K2. There is a war at play in the homelands, in foreign countries, dealing with the justice system. This is a second chance at something, a renewal. A fight is happening, but it can be verbal arguments as well, but also a major transformation. Dealing with short-term travels, your own self-efforts, how we communicate, a battle in relationships. Now, all these planets are in Uttara Ashadha, which gives final victory. It translates into later invincible one or latter unconquered. brings issues of leadership, aggressive acts, and declarations of war. The responsibility comes for those in king-like positions. A fearless attitude is required. Themes of the ancestors. Saturn is in the 3rd house, so themes of trade, new thoughts and ideas come up. The karma of expression and communication happen. Transport and something new, but also something unexpected. January 19th, Venus conjuncts Pluto. Problems with wealth or transformation begins. A death, a rebirth in money, matters, and relationships. Facing dramatic events from the past and overcoming them. Then on January 20th, Saturn will move back into Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra from Purva Bhadrapada. So this deep transformation is over now. And now we move forward with the knowledge that we would have received April 22nd until October 3rd, 2025. That was a time when we were reviewing these matters, and now we can move forward again. So you can look back and see what happened to you then. And it gives you secret knowledge that you can't tell anyone. So this knowledge will help you move forward now, and it'll bring you higher in life than you could ever imagine. It's all about yoga and meditation. It's a yogi nakshatra, but it brings secret hidden information that could be astrology, tantra, occult, or just hidden information that you need for your particular business. And also can help those who work at night to do night shift. Helps researchers, artists, poets, those who are unemployed or who rely on insurance or charity. And then on January 27th, Mars will conjunct Pluto and create some violence around the world. And these are not the exact date, it's going to be around there. Also with corporations, leaders being obsessed with power, matters of war, violence due to ego and resources, but also there can be a lot of earthquakes and natural disasters with the earth because we're coming close to the eclipse. It's in February actually. And then on January 30th, Jupiter will go into the first Padha. This is in Aries Navamsha, so this is new things that come into your life, a fresh new start, a second renewal, second chance at these wherever Aries is in your chart. And it's about anyone who's a seasonal worker or a contractor, a daily wage earner who steals money from someone who is rich and well respected in society. So just be cautious of that. And the lesson is not to do anything impulsively out of anger or greed, and to be careful of others doing this to you. So that's just a little bit about what I see coming up. I thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in the next one.